You've worked your whole life, 30, 35, maybe even 40 years. You did what you were supposed to do. You saved money. You built your 401k. You bought a house and it's either paid off or almost paid off. And now you're thinking, I'm finally there. Retirement is close. But here's what nobody tells you. The 5 years before retirement are the most dangerous financial years of your entire life. And most people in this window are making mistakes right now. Mistakes that can quietly cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not because they're stupid, not because they didn't work hard, but because nobody ever warned them. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes people make before retirement and what you need to do in the next 60 days to protect everything you've worked for. I'm 94 years old. I've lived through over a dozen recessions. I've watched the market crash more times than most people can even remember. I saw what happened in 1987. I saw 2000. I saw 2008. I saw 2020. And here's what I learned. People don't lose retirement because of one small decision. They lose it because of one bad season at the worst possible time. When you're 40, you can recover from a bad market. When you're 63, that bad market can change the rest of your life. If you're within 5 years of retirement, you're in what planners call the red zone. It's dangerous because there's no do-over. You don't have another 20 years to recover. Let me tell you about a man named David. David worked at the same company for 37 years. He had about $820,000 in his 401k. He was 61 and planned to retire at 65. He felt secure. He thought he was safe. Then the market dropped hard. His retirement account fell to around $470,000. And he did what most people do when they panic. He sold. He locked in the loss. And he spent the next 6 years trying to rebuild what should have already been protected. He didn't retire at 65. He retired at 71. Don't be David. Let's talk about the real mistakes. Mistake number 1, too much money in stocks. Listen carefully. When you're younger, investing is about growth. When you're close to retirement, investing becomes about survival. Because the market doesn't need to crash 50% to hurt you. Even 20% at the wrong time can destroy your plan. Here's what most people don't understand. It's not just losing money, it's something called sequence risk. Example, you retire with $1,000. You withdraw $50,000 each year. If the market drops 20% in year 1, then recovers in year 2 and 3. You run out of money way sooner than if those same returns happened in reverse order. Why? Because you're taking withdrawals when your account is down. You're selling investments at the worst time, and those shares are gone forever. So here's the rule. If you're within 5 years of retirement and over 60% of your portfolio is in stocks, you are taking too much risk. A simple formula I like. Years until retirement x 10 = max stock exposure. Retiring in 5 years, 50% stocks max. Retiring in 3 years, 30% stocks max. Everything else should be safer. Bonds, bond funds, CDs, money market funds, or high-yield savings. Yes, it may grow slower, but you're not trying to get rich anymore. You're trying to make sure you don't go broke. Action step, in the next 30 days, rebalance. And if you're thinking, but what if the market keeps going up? Ask yourself this. Would you rather miss some extra growth or lose 40% right before retirement when you can't recover? Mistake number 2, not knowing your real expenses. This one destroys more retirements than market crashes because people guess. They say, I think I spend about $4,000 per month. But when they retire, it turns out they spend $6,000. That's a $24,000 per year difference. Over 30 years, that's $720,000. So do this. Track every dollar for 90 days. Every payment, every subscription, every grocery trip, every Amazon order, gas, insurance, gifts, repairs. Then multiply that 3-month number by 4. That's your annual spending. Now add 20%, because retirement costs more than people expect. More travel, more time, more eating out, more health issues, more home repairs. That 20% buffer is not optional. Now compare that against Social Security. The average monthly Social Security benefit in late 2025 was around $1,900 per month. That's roughly $23,000 per year. If your annual spending is $70,000, you need $47,000 per year from your savings. Using the 4% rule, you need around $175 million. And by the way, many experts today don't even trust the 4% rule anymore. Some recommend 3% to 3.5%. That changes everything. One Mellers at 4%, $40,000. One Mellers at 3% to $30,000. That's a $10,000 per year difference for life. Mistake number 3, taking Social Security the wrong way. Most people take it early because they're scared it will disappear. But the truth is, taking Social Security at 62 can cut your benefit by about 30%. Waiting until 70 increases it about 24% above full retirement age. Example, full benefit at 67 year, 2,000 year month. At 62 year about 1,400 year month. At 70 year about 2,480 month. That's over $1,000 per month difference. Over 25 years, that's around $300,000 plus. Here's the decision framework. Poor health? Take it early. Need the money to survive? Take it early, healthy, saving strong, expect to live long, delay. Waiting from 67 to 70 gives a guaranteed 8% increase per year. Guaranteed. No stock market, no risk. And if you're married, this is even bigger. The higher earner delaying helps protect the spouse, because when one spouse dies, the survivor keeps the higher check. Mistake number 4, underestimating healthcare. Healthcare is the retirement killer. Medicare starts at 65. So if you retire at 62, you need 3 years of private coverage. That can cost $800 to $2,000 per month, depending on location. Over 3 years, that's $30,000 to $70,000. Most people don't save for that at all. Then even after Medicare starts, you still pay. Part B premiums, prescription plans, dental and vision, Medigap or Advantage plans. Fidelity has estimated retirees may need hundreds of thousands for health care over retirement. And long-term care? A nursing home can cost over $9,000 per month. That's $108,000 per year. 3 years, over $300,000. If you don't plan for that, it can wipe out everything. Your options: long-term care insurance, earlier is cheaper, or self-insure by setting aside a dedicated long-term care fund. Mistake number 5, no tax strategy. This is where silent damage happens. If all your money is in traditional 401ks and IRAs, every withdrawal is taxed as income. Take out $80,000, you may lose $15,000, $20,000 plusers to taxes. Smart retirees plan ahead. They do Roth conversions before retirement, when income is lower. You convert part of your IRA to Roth. Pay some tax now. Then it grows tax-free forever. Why this matters. At age 73, required minimum distributions, RMDs, start. RMDs can push you into higher tax brackets. They can increase Medicare premiums. They can cause Social Security to be taxed more. So Roth planning in your 60s is powerful. Mistake number 6, not stress testing the plan. Most retirement plans only work if everything goes perfectly. Markets go up. Inflation stays low. You live to 85. No long-term care. That's not planning. That's wishing. Stress test it. Market drops 20% year 1. Inflation stays at 5%. You live to 95. Property taxes rise, big medical event. If your plan breaks under pressure, fix it now, not later. Your 60-day action plan. If you do only these in the next 60 days, you'll be ahead of 95% of people. Write your full net worth and asset list. Track spending for 90 days. Check Social Security estimates and decide timing. Price health coverage if retiring before 65. Research long-term care options. Rebalance investments to reduce risk. Stress test your plan with worst-case scenarios. Do this and retirement will feel lighter. I've been investing for over 70 years, and the biggest rule I live by is simple. Never take a risk that can wipe you out. Always protect the downside. Hope for the best. Plan for the worst. Save this video. Watch it again in 3 months after you've done your homework. Final assignment. This week, sit down with your spouse, print out your accounts, do the numbers. Talk about, when you retire, how much you spend, what happens if life goes wrong. Because successful retirement isn't built on luck, it's built on planning.